Now, the greatest radio shows of all time.
Suspense.
The Shadow Node.
Washington calling David Harding, counter-spy.
Classic radio theater.
The Great Gildersleeve.
Fibber McGee and Molly.
Dragnet. Gunsmoke.
The Lone Ranger.
Now, step back into a time machine with your host, Wyatt Cox.
Good evening, friends of the Inner Sanctum.
We're going to spend an hour in Pine Ridge, Arkansas with Lum and Abner. This episode of the program, we start off their half-hour shows. This one from December 26, 1948, as the guys head to the department store to do some post-Christmas exchanges.
Granny's, Abner. I believe that's our ring.
Uh-uh.
Frigidaire presents the new Lum and Abner Show. Tonight, Frigidaire, a division of General Motors, brings you a brand new kind of visit with those old characters down in Pine Ridge, featuring Clarence Hartzell as Ben Withers, the music of Felix Mills, and starring your old favorites, Lum and Abner. As we look in on the little community of Pine Ridge, we find the old fellows in their Jot-'em-Down store. Abner is showing Lum one of his Christmas presents.
Just look at that thing, Lum. What did I ever do to Ben Withers to make him give me a Christmas present like that? A iron dog.
Abner, will you hash up about that?
No good, no count, underslung iron dog.
Oh, for pity's sake.
Now, what could I possibly do with a iron dog?
If you don't hash up, I'll find something to do with it.
Of all the uselessness Christmas presents...
Oh, it ain't so useless. It's a paperweight. You weight down papers with it.
I don't know how I ever got along without one of them.
No, you set it on your desk.
In plain sight, that monstrosities? Dog, look at it. Don't even look like a dog. Looks like a sausage with feet.
Well, it's supposed to look that way. I think that's what they call a dachshund or something.
Looks to me like its crankcase is dragging.
Abner, if you hate it so much, why don't you take it back and exchange it?
Dog, as I've got just a half a mind to do that.
That's a half more than I figured you had. Tell you what, let's run into the county seat, and you can take the dog back to the Emporium Department Store. That's where it was bought, weren't it?
Yeah, cost $1.98. Price tag still on it. Look there. $1.98.
Well, let's go then, because I've got a little exchanging to do myself. I got 6 pounding pins this year.
6?
Oh, just exactly alike, too. They must have had a sale on them there. Come on, get your hat and let's go.
Yeah, well, wait a minute. Let me wrap a piece of paper around this iron hound here. Don't want nobody to see me toting this thing around. They'd think I was tetched for sure.
Well, hurry up. If our delivery truck don't break down again, we can get there before the store's closed.
Yeah, well, I'm ready.
Oh, for pity's sakes, there comes Ben Withers.
Huh? Oh.
Don't tell him where we're going. I wouldn't want to hurt his feelings.
Yeah, let's slip out the back way.
No, it's too late. We'll just get shut of him as quick as we can.
Yeah, but how do you do that? You can stand there flat-footed and tell him to get out, and he'll just say, fine.
Well, when he sees we got our hats on, he'll know we're just leaving. Find out.
Yeah, howdy, Ben.
Good afternoon, Abner. I just dropped into... Oh, got your hats on, I see.
Yeah, got her hats on.
What's the matter? Your head's cold?
No, Ben, we was just leaving.
Fine. Well, Abner, sit down and tell me, how did you like your Christmas present?
Oh, I just love that iron hound, Ben.
You know, I was a little afraid you might not care for a gift of that type.
I don't know what would ever give you such an idea as that.
Well, sir, I wanted to give you something different.
Well, Sure did.
Come on, Abner. Sorry we got a rest, Ben.
Fine. How'd you like the fountain pen, Lum?
Oh, it was wonderful. Just wonderful.
You know, Lum, that pen can write underwater.
Is that so?
I can't think what possible advantage that could be.
No, well, come on, Abner.
Oh, I suppose if a man was drowning and wanted to dash off a hasty note asking for help.
Next time I'm drowning, I'll try it out.
Fine. Of course, now, you'd always have the problem of keeping the stationery dry. Better forget it.
I'd love to.
However, now, if a man wanted to autograph fish...
Why in the world? Why would anybody ever want to autograph fish?
Yes. So you like the paperweight, huh, Abner?
Yeah, just dandy. We got to be leaving now, Ben.
Well, Sir Abner, I think the reason that little iron dog caught my eye was because in 1920, I presented a small dachshund pup as a gift to a young debutante in Mount Ike, Olive May Zinkafus.
Yeah, well, Ben, that's just dandy, but...
And something about the ears of that little iron dog reminded me of Olive.
Well, she must have been awful pretty.
Well, Spitball Smith thought so.
Who?
Yes.
Come on, Abner, we gotta go or we'll never make it.
Spitball Smith moved to... You going someplace, Lum?
Yeah, and we're in a hurry, too, Ben.
Spitball Smith moved to Mount Ida in 1921 and met Olive at the annual Mount Ida Cherry Hill High School track meet. Olive placed second in the shot put.
Yeah, well, look, Ben.
Spitball wanted me to lend him enough money to go into business for himself so he could marry Olive. Being a friend, I refused. And he's been grateful to me ever since.
Well, that's awful interesting, Ben, but we just got to be running along.
Fine. Just a year ago, last Christmas, I got a card from good old Spitball saying that he'd made good now, and if there was any way he could repay me, just let him know at his new address.
Well, where's he at now?
He didn't say.
Well, you better write and ask him where he's at, Ben.
Abner, don't you start flapping your jaw, too. We've got to get on our way.
Yes, I can't stand here listening to you fellas all day long. I've got to go. See you later.
Yeah, so long, Ben.
Oh, Abner, now that I know how much you like the paperweight, I'll get your name engraved on it in a day or so.
Oh, that'll be great, Ben.
Oh, I thought he'd never leave. Come on, grab the dog. Let's go before he comes back.
The old truck's running pretty smooth, ain't she?
What'd you say, Abner?
I said the old truck's running pretty smooth.
Speak up, I can't hear you.
I said...
Now, what was it you said?
Well, I said the old truck's running pretty smooth. Let it go.
Oh, well, now what are we going to do?
You care for a hazelnut?
No, I don't want no hazelnut.
Oh.
Come on, maybe we can hike hitch a ride. We ain't got much further to go, no way. Hurry up, there comes a car. Jump out and get your thumb up. Hurry up.
I'm hurrying.
Get farther out in the road so he'll be sure and see you.
Is this far enough?
No, farther. That's it. And take them mittens off so he can see your thumb.
Why, that varmint, he got my mitten.
Maybe you never looked friendly enough.
Well, I never had time to.
Hurry up, get set. There comes another. Turn around there. Wait, I believe he's slowing down. Yeah, he's going to stop. Grannies, I believe I got us a ride.
Yeah, well, wait a minute. Let me get my iron dog.
Well, hurry up.
Have you got all your fountain pens?
Yeah, I got them in my pocket here.
You fellas having trouble with your motor?
A little. It fell out.
Go on, Abner. You get in first and set in the middle.
Yeah, I'll shove in here.
Well, here now. There's hardly room for...
Oh, we can make it all right. I'll just squeeze over closer to you there.
Well, now, I never said
Can
that
you get in all right, Lum?
Yeah, I believe so. I ain't crowding you, am I, Abner?
No, I'm fine. Have you got enough room, Lum?
Oh, yeah. Plenty.
Well, now, are you perfectly sure that you're both quite comfortable?
Yes, sir. Sure.
Well, then move over so I can get my foot on the accelerator.
Sure nice of you to ask us to ride into the county seat with you.
Yeah.
Nice car. Is it paid for?
Certainly.
Say, mister, do you mind driving faster? We're in a hurry.
Hey, do you know what time it's getting to be?
No, I don't.
Well, why don't you look at your watch and see? Here, I'll get it out for you.
Now, here, hold on there.
All right, dog is Lum. Look at this watch. Ain't that a rip dilly?
For pity's sake, let me see that thing.
Be careful with that. It's very valuable. It's an heirloom.
Oh, I thought it was an Ingersoll. Hey, Lum, look out there. You recollect that filling station that was over on your side of the road?
Abner, don't point with that iron dog. It ain't polite to
Well,
point.
don't you recollect it was right over there?
Abner, watch out. You're going to slug me with that thing.
Well, now look, it's clean over on the other side of the road.
Look out with that.
Look out with it.
Goodness, Abner. Grab the wheel. You've knocked him out. I told you not to point with that iron dog.
Well, I never meant to hit him. I was...
Abner, turn off the ignition.
All right. Let's see now. What is the ignition?
Well,
here?
do something. Step on the brake.
All right. Lum, look what you did to that windshield. Get off of the hood.
Come out here and help me. You might have killed me. I don't know.
Yeah, all right. Just a minute. Oh, Lum, that's no way to get out of a car. Why didn't you use the door?
Well, Granny, it was your fault the way you slammed on them brakes. I thought I was a goner for sure. Hey, that feller's come to and he's... Hey, wait for us!
Wait a minute.
Hey.
We ain't in. Oh, I'll be a polka-dotted possum the varmint driv away without us.
Yeah. And looky here. I've still got his watch.
December 26, 1948, Lum and Abner here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox.
And here's the Cinnamon Bear.
The oldest known children's Christmas serial in radio history, The Cinnamon Bear, featuring some of the most popular actors in radio history, including Elliott Lewis, Joseph Kearns, Verna Felton, Lou Merrill, Frank Nelson, Howard McNear, and child actress Barbara Jean Wong. 85 years later, this series of Judy and Jimmy traveling to Maybeland to recover their silver star still fascinates youngsters of all ages. Now we're offering the entire 26-episode series of The Cinnamon Bear via download for a Buy Me a Coffee donation of $10 or more at classicradio.stream. Support Classic Radio Theater and have The Cinnamon Bear for your family to enjoy for years to come. Go to classicradio.stream and donate $10 or more, and I'll send you a link for immediate download. classicradio.stream. Thanks for tuning in to Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Now more of Lum and Abner, December 26, 1948.
Well, here's the department store, but I ain't got the least idea what counter to go to.
Dog, it's me neither. These places always get me so mixed up.
Could I help you, gentlemen? I'm a floor walker.
I'm kind of nervous myself.
Yeah, we want to exchange some stuff we got.
Oh, I might have known.
Where's the Iron Dog Department?
I beg your pardon.
Oh, what it actually is a paperweight.
Oh, you'll find those in office supplies and waste baskets.
That's a good place for 'em.
Next aisle, one counter to the left. Tourists.
Much obliged. Come on, Abner.
Hey, Lum, what's a tourist?
I don't know. I keep wondering what we ought to do with this watch. Feel sort of guilty having it, but I don't know where to get in touch with that varmint.
Well, I don't know what to do about it. Hey, I reckon this is a counter here.
Have you been waited on?
No, Mom. Can you tell me how to get shut of a dog?
Just ignore him and maybe he'll go away.
He's got a paperweight, miss, and he wants to exchange it.
Oh, I see. Do you have a sales slip?
No, all I got's the dog.
Well, you've got to have the sales slip. That's the only way we can tell that the article was purchased here.
Well, Ben Withers bought it here, don't you recollect?
Look, We have hundreds of customers every day, all week long. How would I know him?
Well, he's the one in the salt and pepper suit.
I suppose he's the only man in the world who wears a salt and pepper suit.
He's the only man that wears one with a Mount Ida baseball shirt.
Well, I'm sorry. If you don't have the sales slip, you'll have to go up to the manager's office and get an okay first. 3rd floor, 2nd office to the right.
Well, just what seems to be wrong with this paperweight, Mr. Peabody?
Well, nothing wrong with it. I just don't want it.
Well, we have some larger ones if you care to put a little more money into it.
I don't want one of no size. I want to exchange it.
Have you thought this over carefully? And we probably won't get any more in of these until late spring.
Good.
Look, mister, he just wants to exchange it, and the woman in wastebasket said for him to get a okay from you.
Yes, all right. Do you have a charge account here?
I don't think so.
Well, then the quickest way to handle this is for you to go down to the basement, window number 5, and open an account.
Ever had an account with us before?
No, Mom.
Got a steady job here in town?
No. Do I have to get one?
Fill out this blank. Have you got any identification? Can you prove who you are?
Oh, you don't need to worry about that. I know who I am. Or at least ways I did when I come in here. I ain't sure enough.
Yeah, he's Abner, all right. I'd know him anywhere. I can tell by that peculiar walk of his. Go ahead and walk for her, Abner.
Well, if you haven't any come back here.
Mom?
If you haven't any job or identification, you'll have to take this application to the manager and have him okay it personally.
Well, all right, there you are, Mr. Peabody. And welcome to the big family of Emporium customers. I hope we'll be able to serve you satisfactorily for many years to come.
Thank you.
Yes. I'll send your credit application down to our credit manager right away. And I hope to see you again soon. Good day.
Good day.
Wait a minute. What about that Iron Dog paperweight?
Oh, yes. Did you want to take that with you, or shall we mail it?
I don't want neither. I want to exchange it.
Mr. Peabody, have you thought this over carefully?
Yes.
Oh. Well, in that case, take this slip to the lady in wastebaskets. Have her make out a complete description of the paperweight, then take it to the exchange window on the 4th floor.
Have you been waited on?
Doggies, have I?
Give her that slip, Abner. You're supposed to fill this out, miss. Describe the Iron Dog.
Oh, all right.
I wish they'd let me describe it.
Do you have the sales slip?
No, Mom, I don't.
Well, just a minute. I'll have to check this with the stock clerk first. You wait there.
All right.
Abner, you ain't never going to get this dead blame 10-hound exchange. Might just as well face it.
Well, I ain't going to tote it back home again, I can tell you that long.
Well, why don't you just pick out something you want that costs about the same and leave the dog in its place? That's fair enough.
All right, Doggies, I believe you're right, sure. Oh, my goodness alive, it's Ben Withers, Lum. Now he'll find out we're exchanging his presents.
Well, I'll tell you what. You go take him over to some other counter while I pick up something here for the exchange.
Yeah, all right.
Well, fancy meeting you fellas. What are you doing here?
Fine. How's that? Ben, come over here. There's some junk over here I want to show you. I ain't sure just what they are, but come on over here.
Yeah, let's see now. This ought to be nice. No, that's no good. Abner wouldn't like that. Hey, this ought to do.
All right, put it back.
Huh?
Doing your Christmas shoplifting a little late this year, ain't you, Mac?
What do you mean, shoplifting?
Go on, put it back and come along with me. There's a man upstairs that wants to have a nice little talk with you. Here's another one, Mr. Hollingsworth. Caught this one trying to stuff a pearl-handled letter opener in his pocket.
Is that what that was? I thought it was a butter knife.
Hey, wait a minute. Haven't I seen you before?
Yes, sir. I've been sent up here 3 times.
Oh, an old offender, huh?
Well, now, wait a minute. You fellers got this all wrong. I wasn't doing no shoplifting. I was just exchanging a present for a friend of mine.
Uh-huh. You got to think up a better one than that, Mac. Stand still while I frisk you.
Now, just a minute. Take your hands off of me. I'm a citizen. I got my rights.
Uh-huh. You got a lot of fountain pens, too. Look, Chief, 6 of them.
Oh. Them pins all belong to me. I got them for Christmas.
Oh, sure. I suppose you got this watch for Christmas, too, huh?
Oh.
You want me to take him down to jail, Chief?
Yes, I think so, as long as we've got him with the stolen property on him.
Wait a minute now. I ain't no thief, and if you'll just get hold of my partner, I'll prove it to you.
Your partner?
Uh-oh, this is going to get ugly. December 26, 1948, Lum and Abner here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. These whole new Lum and Abner remasterings of the show are available through my friend Ted at radiomemories.com. That's radiomemories.com. Following these important messages, we'll have another half hour of Lum and Abner here. Now on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox, the conclusion of Lum and Abner, December 26, 1948.
Wait a minute now. I ain't no thief, and if you'll just get hold of my partner, I'll prove it to you.
Your partner?
Sure, you know him, Mr. Peabody, the feller that just opened up an account here.
Oh, so that's the way you work it, eh? Yes, you better round him up too, Dugan. He's a little short, squatty fellow in a sort of blue getup.
Oh, there you are, Lum.
Abner, Granny, am I glad to see you.
Well, I heard they'd sent you back up here again. Did you get the stuff all right?
There. Yes, that's the man, Dugan. Get him.
Why, Stars, what's going on here anyway?
Who's this third cookie?
He's a friend of ours.
Well, looks like we got a whole ring of them.
Abner, I want you to tell these men that
Hold it, Mac. I'll do the questioning around here.
Oh?
Now, look, Pop. Did this guy come into the store to exchange a Christmas present for you?
Why, of course not.
Why, Abner Peabody.
Why, I wouldn't part with that beloved iron dog for anything in the world. Would I, Ben?
Oh, no, he loves that.
Look, Abner, I'm in trouble, and this ain't no time
down. Now, look, Pop. Did you ever see this watch before?
Let me see it. Oh, sure, yeah. We got that off of a feller we hike-hitched a ride with.
Well, might as well hustle him down to jailhouse and book him.
Jailhouse?
Is something wrong?
Come along, all of you.
Now, wait a minute. I ain't going to be railroaded like this. I want to see the manager.
Well, I'm the manager.
Oh, yeah, that's right, ain't it? Well, Grannies, who's higher up than you, then?
There's no one above me except, well, of course, the president.
All right, get me Truman, then.
No. I mean the president of our organization, Mr. Smith.
Well, get him in here, then, and hurry up. I know my rights.
Oh, all right, I'll get him. But it won't do you a bit of good.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Mr. Smith, we're having a bit of disturbance in my office. I wonder if it'd be troubling you too much to ask you to step in here a minute. Oh, thank you, Mr. Smith. You'll be right in.
Yeah, that's better. Now we'll get this thing settled.
Yeah, say, Lum, just one thing I want to know. What are they taking us to jail for?
Oh, they think we're a batch of shoplifters.
Fine.
But Grannies, when Mr. Smith gets in here, I'll...
Here he comes now.
Yes. What is it?
Oh, my goodness.
What seems to be the trouble?
Care for a hazelnut?
Dugan, arrest these men. They tried to kill me, slugged me on the head with a blunt instrument, and stole my watch.
Well...
Now, wait a minute.
Shut up. Is this your watch, Mr. Smith?
Yes, that's it.
Wait a minute here. Hey.
Well, for Pete's sake, Ben Withers.
Spitball Smith.
By George, it's good to see you, Ben. What do you hear from Olive Zinkerfoos?
Fine.
What are you doing here?
Oh, I just came up here with a couple of friends of mine. Your manager here has somehow mistaken them for shoplifters.
Yes?
Actually, they're Pine Ridge's leading merchants.
So? Well, your word's good enough for me, Ben. Hollingsworth.
Yes, sir.
Let these men go and stop wasting my time.
Yes, Mr. Smith.
Come on, Abner, let's get out of here.
Just a minute. I want to apologize to you gentlemen for falsely accusing you of stealing my watch. I can see now the whole thing was a mistake. And if there's anything I could do to make it up to you...
Well, let's see now.
I know what you can do, Spitball.
Fine.
Abner has an Iron Dog paperweight. I wonder if you'd have his name engraved on it for nothing.
You see, this letter's for me, and it's from the Emporium Department Store. What does it say?
Well, read it and see.
See. Dear Mr. Peabody, your application for a charge account has been turned down. However, we are sending your engraved Iron Dog paperweight COD.
The new Lum and Abner show is brought to you each week with the best wishes of your Frigidaire dealer. At Frigidaire Division of General Motors, manufacturers of a complete line of home appliances, air conditioners, and commercial refrigeration equipment. The script is written by Roz Rogers and Betty Boyle, with music by Felix Mills. And so until next Sunday night, same time, same station, this is Wendell Niles saying good night for Frigidaire, America's #1 refrigerator.
Folks, we'd like to take this opportunity to wish you a Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year, everybody.
Now stay tuned for Cabin B13, which follows immediately over most of these same stations. This is CBS, where 99 million people gather every week, the Columbia Broadcasting Center.
December 26, 1948, Lum and Abner here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Now, in that last episode of Lum and Abner that you heard here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox, there were lots of actors in that. But in this quarter-hour program from December 26, 1941, apart from the announcer, the only people you are going to hear are Chester Locke and Norris Goff, Lum and Abner. December 26, 1941.
And now, let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, Lum's troubles with the Hogan family have been cleared up by Mousie Gray. First, the amazing Mousie knocked out Snake Hogan, and then he eloped with Snake's old maid sister Gussie, thus leaving Lum a happy, free spirit once again, with no fear of matrimony hanging over him. As we look in on the little community today, we find Lum and Abner settling back into the routine tasks of their combined jot-em-down store, bakery, and library. Lum is on the telephone. Listen.
Your groceries ought to be there any minute now, Gussie. Yes, Mom. Well, Cedric's making the delivers for us today, and he left some time ago. Well, you tell Mousie to try and control his temper, 'cause your order will be there right away. All right, Gussie. Goodbye.
What's the matter, Lum? Is Mousie mad again?
Yeah, and all they ordered was a little sugar and some syrup and a can of cocoa. And Gussie says Mousie's getting himself in a rage because it ain't there yet.
I doggies that Mousie's getting to be the toughest one feller in this town, you know it?
Yeah, I don't know what's came over him.
I heard this morning that he even knocked down one of them big husky fellers that works over at the mill. That there Tuffy Gates, I believe it was.
You mean... Oh, for goodness sakes, no.
He done it, yes, sir. It happened right after Mousie went back to work after him and Gussie eloped and got married. Natural, them mill hands started joshing him about it, you know.
Oh, yeah, them mill hands josh him something awful.
Well, not no more, they don't. They tell me that Mousie never said a word when they started joshing him. Just walked up to the biggest one of them that was over there, doubled up his fist, and wham, knocked him clean out, just like he done to you and Snake Hogan.
No, they ain't no getting around it. That Mousie's got a terrible punch.
Yeah, they're saying around now that Snake is sort of scared of him. Since Mousie got himself hitched to Gussie and moved in with the Hoganses over there, say that Snake shines Mousie's boots every night before he goes over to the mill to night watch.
Oh, Prattle Prattle, you oughtn't to believe all that stuff, Abner.
Well, it's the truth. And they say he carries Mousie's lunch pail for him every night and goes over there.
Wait a minute, who's that coming up out there?
Huh?
Oh, Grandpappy Spears.
Huh?
And he's wondering where he's been keeping himself the last few days.
Oh, I don't think he's been feeling his level best, sort of staying close to home, I think. At least that's what Charity told Elizabeth over the phone.
Well, I did hear that he was sort of on a funeral list.
Yeah.
But I got to admit it's sort of a relief not to have him sitting over there in the library saying, according to the almanac, every 2 minutes.
What's that he's carrying with him there? Looks like a great big piece of cardboard or some kind.
More likely a poster. He's always tearing down posters so he can take 'em home and read 'em. Well, howdy, Grandpap.
Yeah, come on in, Grandpap.
Howdy.
What you got there?
Big carnival's coming to town.
Carnival?
Yes, sir, according to the poster here.
Well?
Coming soon. Bexley and Blakewell's Little Giant Carnival and Wild West Show.
Aye, dog, it's a carnival. Did you hear that, Lum? A carnival?
I heard it. Granny, body'd think you never saw a carnival before in your whole life.
What else did it say, Grandpap?
50 sideshows, 50. Reckon what that second 50's on there for?
I don't know. Maybe it means they got 100 sideshows altogether.
Yeah, more likely.
Aye, doggies, that's a big carnival. 100 sideshows,
Well,
Mom.
don't holler. I'm standing right here by you.
Oh, yeah. Read the rest of it, Grandpap.
Gala Amusement Zone. Thrilling caterpillar ride. Ferris wheel and merry-go-round.
Oh, that's what little Pearl loves. A merry-go-round. Oh, she'll just die if I don't take her to that. There ain't no one thing that girl loves more than to stand there and watch me ride on a merry-go-round.
Watch you ride?
It just tickles her to death. Of course, I wave to her every time when I go by, you know.
For goodness sake.
Go on, read some more, Grandpap.
Gala Amusement Zone. Thrilling caterpillar ride. Ferris wheel
You read that part.
Oh. 50 sideshows, 50.
Doggies, 100 more. That makes 200 sideshows. Well, that's the biggest carnival I ever heard of.
Gala Amusement Zone, thrilling caterpillar...
Wait a minute, Grandpap. You just keep reading the same thing over and over. What does it say down below there?
Oh, Texas Tom and his Rough Riders, a thrill-a-minute.
Well...
The world's greatest Wild West show. 60 beautiful cowgirls, 60.
Let's see, that makes 120 cowgirls. Reckon why they don't just put down 120. That'd be a heap easier to figure out.
Yeah, but that don't mean there's 120 cowgirls. There's just 60, that's all.
Well, what's that other 60 on there for, then? Does that mean how old they are?
How old they are?
Yeah, 60-year-old cowgirls. Doggies, them women sort of old to be out there riding around on them wild horses and roping and the bull.
Abner, there ain't no old women riding on wild horses, so get that idea out of your head right now.
Well, what are they riding on? Cows?
For goodness sake.
That's more than likely how they get that name Cowgirl. I still think
60-year-old girls?
Well, that's what it says there. They're too old to be doing work like that at their age. I still say that. They oughtn't even to be doing field work.
Hey, listen to this. Special attraction. Man of Steel to meet all comers.
Man of Steel?
Yes, sir. Man of Steel. Iron Ike offers $100 to any man who can stay 2 rounds with him.
Well, is Iron Steel a man of steel? Is that Iron Ike there?
I reckon so. But listen to this. And to any man who can knock him out, Iron Ike offers $1,000.
$1,000?
Pennies, I'd like to get that myself. I could use $1,000 just about now.
You? Why, you couldn't knock out no man of steel, Lum.
I know it. I wish I could, though. I wonder how long it'd take a feller to get in shape for that.
Huh?
Have we got any books in the library on box fighting?
Oh, now, Lum, you might as well just give this up before you ever get started. Why, even Mousy Gray knocked you down.
Yeah, but that was just wait a minute. Grannies, that's it.
What's it?
Mousie. That's what we'll do. We'll get Mousie to fight him.
Well, why, sure. Doggy, that's a good idea, Lum. Good for you.
Wait a minute. You fellers mean you're going to put that little puny Mousy Gray up against Iron Ike, this feller here? Why, sure. I'll be his manager.
Doggies, won't old Iron Ike be surprised when little Mousie climbs into that ring and hits him at first blow?
Sassy fresh. Mousie couldn't hurt nobody.
He couldn't, huh? Ain't you heard about him knocking out Lum and Snake Hogan?
Mousie Gray done that?
Why, sure he done it. Yes, sir. And then he whipped one of them big husky mill hands down there.
Well, I do know. Well, I heard about him loping with Snake Hogan's sister, Gussie, and I knowed it takes a heap of nerve to get hitched to a woman like her, but I never knowed he could whip Snake.
Oh, yeah? He's got to where he's the meanest, toughest fella around here, Grandpap.
Yeah, that's right, Grandpap.
Oh, he's changed. You wouldn't know Mousie now.
Well, he must have changed. Last time I saw him, he wouldn't pick a fight with nobody.
No. Well, when he hit Lum, that's the first fight he ever had in his life, he said. That's what he said.
And the good thing about it is that he's a natural-born fighter, too.
Why, sure he is.
That's right. He'd never had a fight in his whole life before he hit me the other day.
No, a natural-born fighter, that's what he is.
Well, yes, I'll be dogged. I just can't hardly believe that. Little Mousy Gray.
Well, I'll admit it don't seem right, Grandpap, but it's the truth. Everybody in town's afeard of Mousie now.
Grannies, I know one thing we got to do, and that's change that name of Mousie.
Change the name?
Yeah, that's one reason why he don't seem like a fighter to us. We got to study up some good mean-sounding name.
Mean-sounding name, huh?
Yeah.
Let's see, Doggies, what does sound mean?
Cyclone Gray, or...
How about Dynamite?
Yeah, that sounds right. Maybe something like Killer.
Yeah. Well, Doggies, we could use both of them. Dynamite, Killer, Gray. How's that?
Yeah, that sounds good. That'll scare Iron Ike before the carnival ever gets to town, even.
Why, sure it will. Name like that.
Wait a minute, that reminds me. How soon's that carnival coming to town, Grandpap, does it say? Yeah, let's see here. It ought to say here, Summers. Yeah. Coming to Pine Ridge next weekend, it says.
Well...
Granny, that don't give us much time to get Dynamite Killer into shape, does it?
No.
No, we got to work fast. I better call him, get him over here right away, talk to him about
it. Yeah, that's the time, Lum. Well, what do we have to do to get him in shape?
Oh, tough as he is, he won't need much. You can be his sparring partner, Abner.
Sparring partner?
Yeah. That means he'll practice hitting on you.
Well, wait a minute now, Lum. I ain't going to get beat up just so he can whip that iron.
Hello, that's you, Gussie?
Want me to get it?
This is Lum-n-Abner.
Let him hit me in the face.
Yeah, is Killer Dynamite, Mousie there?
Get him a mule to practice on the way he hits.
He's what?
He hits his one kick.
Well, can he just come to the phone a minute? Well, no, we don't want to get him mad. Well, listen, Gussie, would you just ask him to come over to the store as soon as he can? It's important.
Get mad, he come over and whip Lum.
I know, but... Oh, no, now, don't get him riled up. Well, all right, Gussie. Goodbye.
Is Mousie coming over?
No, he won't be over today. He can't be disturbed.
Why not?
Well, you know that stuff they order? It's sugar and syrup and cocoa.
Well, what's that got to do with it?
Killer Dynamite is making fudge.
Oh, yeah, the prize fighter making fudge, don't you know? December 26, 1941, Lum and Abner on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Ted over at RadioMemories.com just finished a major restoration project on Lum and Abner, and you can find those shows on demand, or not on demand, available for purchase over at RadioMemories.com. That's RadioMemories.com. Ted supplies programs on cassette, CD, or on flash drive for your computer. RadioMemories.com. Our webpage is classicradio.stream. Stream our shows on demand. Learn about building a classic radio collection of your own. You can find our social media links there. And you can contact me, and even better, if you'd like to help support keeping our distribution channels open, you can buy me a coffee. The Buy Me a Coffee money doesn't buy me coffee, but it helps keep our distribution channels open and helps us acquire additional great classic radio theater programs. That is at classicradio.stream. And if you go into the Buy Me a Coffee link, click on the Extras tab. I put stuff up there all the time that you might like to get. Thanks for tuning in. Thank this station. Support the advertisers. Tell your friends the great radio shows are right here at this spot on the dial. Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox on your favorite station.